Terry Box, the auto writer with the Dallas Morning News. In the world of high-performance cars, there's plenty of excess. And then there's the 707 horsepower Challenger HellCat. About a year ago, one of the more prevalent rumors in the auto industry was that the Challenger might go away, the Dodge division might go away. All of a sudden, this is the HellCat. And the HellCat is basically an SRT-8 with a supercharger and a fairly significantly modified engine. It's got different pistons, different connecting rods, the heads are a little bit different, and it's set up to pull 707 horsepower. There are 6 cars in the world with 700 plus horsepower. This is the only one. This car, as it is $65,780. This is the most affordable 700 horsepower car in the world. With the HellCat, you have the option of 500 horsepower, which is like valet mode, or the full 707. The car comes with 2 key fobs. One is black, one is red. When I turn the car on, the car will recognize and shows red fob. And then what I can do is I come over here, and this is set up very nicely. I'm extremely low tech and I can do it, so anybody can. And you hit the SRT apps, then you come over here to drive modes. And right now I'm in 700 plus, and it will default to 700 plus, and I can turn off and on. For example, here I can even turn off the traction control, apparently permanently, and I have some race options here. You hit custom, and I'm back in here into 500 horsepower. I don't want 500 horsepower. I want 700 plus. But that's a nice setup for you if you're letting someone else drive the car, or if it's a valet parking situation. Of course, 500 horsepower is still 500 horsepower. You can't do that unless you got the red key fob. It has been on the cover of every magazine. It has brought so much positive, high-performance publicity to Challenger, and it has reinforced the notion that Dodge is a sporty division. They build high-performance cars. What it is it underscores the technology that's available today, because cooling 700 horsepower is difficult. You've got to have the rear end that's capable of withstanding. It's got an 8-speed automatic transmission that's been beefed up. The car is set up for lots and lots of extra work cooling. The inboard headlight on the left side was removed, and a tube runs to the opening where the headlight was for extra air induction and cooling. So you can have a 700 horsepower car that will not overheat. It's rated at 13 miles per gallon in town. You can't possibly expect to get very good fuel economy in a car with this much power. 22 on the highway. I think the more important thing is it's a perfectly tractable car. I mean, what they've done is really amazing on the horsepower level, but it's also pretty amazing on the just drivability. The car handles nicely. It's 4,500 pounds. It's too big to ever really handle great, but it is set up where the suspension is tight, the steering is good and well weighted. It's got 20-inch wheels, 275 tires. They can't put enough tire under this car to contain all the horsepower. But other than that, the car is really nicely sorted out, and it has, I think, rejuvenated Challenger more than any other situation I can think of where a manufacturer came up with a hot new engine. The HellCat, everybody knows what the HellCat is. And in that sense, this car has been a huge success. They may not sell, 2,000 of these things, but they have bought themselves a great amount of positive publicity, and with good reason. I mean, this is, in its own way, a technological achievement and the most retro-looking car on the market.